Hey guys, welcome back to the Nichols Nook. If you're new, my name is Jess, and today I will be giving you my 18-week pregnancy update. So if you haven't been following our journey and would like to get caught up, I will have our entire pregnancy playlist listed in the description box below in case you are interested. And I will also link down below the pregnancy journal that I like to use. This is the Erin Condren Pregnancy Journal. This is not sponsored. I just wanted to share that I really enjoy this journal, and I just ordered it off of Amazon for a very affordable price, and I just think it's super cute, and it helps me keep track of everything during this pregnancy. So I am going to recap what 18 weeks was like for me this pregnancy, and I hope you guys enjoy. So this week, baby is the size of a bell pepper, and to me, this is a really small bell pepper. This is probably one of the smallest bell peppers I've ever seen. Most of the bell peppers that we get are larger, but this was the only one that we had left in our house. As you guys know, we just went through Hurricane Michael, and so we really tried to get rid of a lot of the food before we, left. As far as perishables go, we were trying to buy more non-perishables before then. So we didn't have a lot of fruits and veggies left over before we went. So I have this little guy here, but you can kind of still get an idea as to how big baby is. My app also references a sweet potato, which seems a little bit bigger than a bell pepper, but again, this one's super tiny. So this week has been kind of chaotic just with everything happening. If you didn't watch our Hurricane Michael evacuation video, definitely go check it out. I will link that in the description as well. When you're seeing this, there should be an update as well as to how everything went for us here at home. But oh my goodness, you guys, it was just the craziest week. And I think because of everything happening, we were so busy getting ready for the hurricane, and I was traveling, I just honestly didn't gain any weight this week, and I really wasn't eating as much as I probably should have just because, I don't know, I honestly didn't think about it that much. But I was also more active. I mean, just from running around the house, getting stuff done, trying to prepare. So I'm just gonna leave it at that I didn't gain any weight this week. I have gained a total of 8 pounds since the beginning of my pregnancy. So I am still right on track, and I do need to make sure that I'm eating a little bit more this week just because I really didn't eat that much these past couple of days. Not that my parents didn't feed me, because they absolutely did. Just with everything going on, it just wasn't my number one thing that I was thinking about, I guess. But this week when I was eating, I did tend to go for a lot of healthy foods. My dad was so sweet, you guys. He knew that I was coming up to stay with them, and so he went and bought me carrots and hummus, some naan, and pita chips, so delicious. He bought me salad and kashi, the cinnamon harvest cereal, so good. Oh, my dad knows me so well. So he was just the sweetest and bought all of these healthy foods. My mom, of course, made him a list, I think, to give to him to go shopping, but they are just the best parents. And I thought it was just so sweet for them to think of me, just even with me staying for a couple of days. And then, oh my gosh, my mom and I went to a restaurant called Fazoli's, and I got a whole wheat rigatoni with basil and tomatoes and Alfredo sauce. It was so delicious, you guys. We don't have that restaurant down here by us, and it was absolutely delicious. So I did eat really well while I was up there. I just didn't eat a lot, I guess. And then my dad did go make an ice cream stop for me. He went and got vanilla ice cream, and of course I had that with chocolate syrup. I am not trying to eat too much ice cream, and I'm really trying to cut down on the sugar and just focus on healthier foods, which honestly, Chaz and I do eat really healthy for the most part on a day-to-day basis. I just have been craving some ice cream a lot recently, and normally I'm not a big sweets person at all. So it's so interesting because if you've been following our pregnancy journey, you know that I've been craving like lots of salty and savory foods this whole pregnancy. And then over these past few weeks, I have been really digging sweet stuff, and I am not a sweets person. So now, I don't know, it's really weird how all of a sudden it just like shifted really quickly from salty and savory to lots of sweets. And not lots of sweets, just mainly ice cream and chocolate pudding. But again, I'm not really a sweets girl. I really like salty stuff normally, so I'm not really sure what to make of that. Let me know what you think in the comments. So this week we filmed our gender predictions video, and if you haven't watched that, I will have that linked. But you guys, oh my gosh, your comments were so awesome on that video. I loved seeing what your predictions were. So many of you guys went and voted on whether you thought that the baby was gonna be a boy or a girl, or I guess is a boy or a girl. At this point, we still do not know if the baby is a boy or a girl, but we are going to find out very, very soon. Oh my gosh, next week, you guys will know as well what our baby is, and I just cannot wait. I'm so excited. Either way, we will be completely happy, but it's just gonna be so much fun just to be able to know what we're having, and then I can start shopping and planning, and I am so excited for that. And so anyway, yeah, that's something I'm really, really looking forward to during week 19 is our gender reveal party. So definitely stick around for that. And I will tell you guys before I post it so that you can know when to expect that reveal. All right, so as far as symptoms go, I really haven't had a lot this week. The second trimester is treating me very, very well. I have had some round ligament pain this week, and everything just kind of feels tight. Or if I go to sit up from laying in bed when I wake up in the morning, I notice that I get kind of a couple of pains. It's not, I guess, painful. It's just, it kind of catches me by surprise, almost like a sharp, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Right now it's not necessarily painful, although I'm sure it might be later on in the pregnancy, but sometimes I feel like a pull or a stretch, and I'm just like, ooh, that felt weird. I need to get up a different way. So I believe that is the round ligament pain. It just isn't necessarily painful, if that makes any sense. And then I have been sneezing a lot this week. I don't know what it is, but I've just been sneezing. This has been ongoing, but I feel like everything's just kind of like dry, and so it makes me sneeze. But other than that, I haven't had any symptoms this week. I feel pretty normal, and luckily I have had energy this week because it was such a busy week and I definitely needed that energy. And again, like I said earlier, I did evacuate and take baby and our pets with me to Georgia to stay with my parents. And I knew that that was kind of going in the path of the storm, but it was supposed to fizzle out a little bit before it got up to them. So that's why I went ahead and went up there. It was just better than being down at the Panhandle, honestly. So that is something that happened this week, which was a little bit scary. It gave me a little bit of anxiety, and Chaz and I thought it would be best for me just to keep the baby and the pets safe and just, you know, not take any chances or any risks. So we did drive up to Georgia, and I'm so happy that I did. Although it was kind of funny, like we said in our update, that, you know, it seems like Georgia actually had more damage than where we lived in the Panhandle. Now, of course, in some areas, it was just total devastation, complete wipeouts of houses in certain areas. And Chaz and I are definitely helping them out with donations and such. And it's really, really hard on a lot of those families. We actually got really, really lucky. But just knowing that all of that was going on while I was pregnant, I didn't want to be here at the house just in case, you know, something happened. And then I felt stuck and I just didn't want to go there. So I went ahead and evacuated just to eliminate the risks, and everything was good to go, both here and at my parents' house. There was a little bit of damage there, as you guys probably saw, but everyone was safe. Baby is doing great, and whew, we just got really, really lucky. And then something that I really loved about week 18 was that I tried out my new Fetal Doppler for the first time. I did a video on this just to share it with you guys because I don't know, I've never done it, and I wanted to experience it with you and with Chaz and just kind of share that first experience. But this is such a cool little device, you guys, and I just loved being able to hear baby's heartbeat here at home. So I am so excited to keep using this, and I will link this one down below if you're interested. I didn't want to order one too early on in my pregnancy just because I didn't want to freak myself out after having a miscarriage before. If I wasn't able to find baby's heartbeat, I probably would have gotten pretty worried. So I wanted to wait a little bit until I was at least in my second trimester to try one, because then I knew that I should be able to find the baby's heartbeat. So it just gives me a lot of peace of mind, and I'm really, really happy that I purchased one. So before I jump over to my 18-week belly shot, I want to share a little bit about baby's development. I use the Ovia app, and for 18 weeks, it says that baby is moving around like crazy. So unfortunately, I have not felt baby's movement yet. I mean, maybe I have, but I just don't really know what to look for since this is, my first time this far along in a pregnancy, and so I don't know really what to expect. You guys have been amazing at describing the first little flutters or like the popping of popcorn feeling and all of those. So thank you guys for that. I'm really looking forward to that. But it's so weird because, okay, so I have tried to just kind of like lay back and relax a little bit to try to concentrate and see if I can feel anything. But here's the weird part. It almost feels like I can feel my pulse all over my body, including my uterus. I don't know if it's because the placenta is down there or what, but I know that pregnant women have an increased blood volume, so I'm assuming, our hearts have to work harder to pump all of that blood through our body, right? So what I've noticed is I can actually like hear my own pulse a lot of the time, and then when I try to feel baby's movement, I can feel my own pulse, my own heartbeat down there, like in my uterus area. And it kind of distracts from me being able to try to feel baby's movement because I just feel like I feel movement, but it's not the baby, it's my own pulse, if that makes any sense. Let me know if you guys have experienced that or if that's typical, because I don't know if it is or not. So that's just something that is kind of distracting me from finding baby's movements, I think. I mean, it was so much so where I was holding my phone, like just looking at my phone while I was laying still trying to feel baby move, and my phone would go with my heartbeat. Like that's how hard my heart was beating, I guess. I don't know, but according to my app, it says that my blood pressure should be lower about this time in the pregnancy. And again, baby is moving like crazy. I'm just really hoping I can feel him or her very soon because I'm just so excited to feel those little flutters. This week, the baby can also yawn, hiccup, and swallow. So that's really interesting. So before we go, let's jump on over to my 18-week belly shot. All right, so here is my belly from the front and the side. I really just feel like my belly is starting to poke out quite a bit this week. You can see, I mean, that it just really goes out at an angle. This part is definitely the farthest point out. It looks kind of funny to me at this point, but anyway. All right, and there is my belly. So this week I am measuring at about 34.5 inches, and last week I believe I was at 34. So that would explain why I'm feeling so much heavier out front this week. Although, like I said, I haven't gained any weight this week, so I'm not really sure where that's coming from, but I definitely have started to poke out farther this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you are not subscribed, go ahead and click that red subscribe button. It does not cost anything, and then turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss our upcoming videos. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye!